Welcome to Focus on Breathe and Flow. So the word yoga translates to the word yoke, or to unite, bringing together. Oftentimes, and you may have experienced this in your own life, our mind can be on one thing and our body can be doing another. So like thinking about whether we turned on the dryer before we left the house while driving a car, right? So there's ways we can kind of scatter pieces of ourselves, our breath, our mind, our body. And so what yoga invites us to do and gives us a practice to work toward is uniting into one moment, this present moment. Because in our past, that's kind of archived, right? We lived those present moments when they were present. And the future has not come yet. So we can think about it, plan about it, but the only place we really truly live is in this present moment. The only way we can truly affect the future is how we show up here and now. So this week, I offered a breath practice called Ujjayi Breath in Sanskrit, or ocean breath. And it sounds like an ocean wave in the back of your throat. What it does is you breathe in and out through your nose to contain the energy, to contain the warmth in our muscles so that we can make space in our muscles. We can unite our breath, our attention, and our body and move and breathe in a way that makes space for energy, for our spirit, our soul, to kind of fully embody ourselves in this present moment so we can live more mindfully. We can embrace the joyful moments, right? We can hold on to as much as we can. Life is short, as we all know. So we want to embrace those precious moments that are joyful, and by being in the present moment, in challenging moments, we can navigate those challenges a little more gracefully and with a little more clarity. So there are many gifts to this yoga practice, more than just moving our physical bodies. So I'm going to invite you into Ujjayi Breath, and then I'm going to do a little snippet of how we can use the Ujjayi Breath to stay focused in this present moment, to face a challenging position, to know whether to invite a little more effort or to back off, right? So part of yoga also is being kind to ourselves. So we want to be able to move truthfully in a way that feels good in our body, that challenges it in what I call the Goldilocks spot, or yoga calls it our edge. So we want to do the right amount of challenge, not too much, right in that spot to expand deeper, more fully alive in this present moment. So we'll start with Ujjayi Breath. So the first step is you want to find a comfortable seat. You don't want to be lounging, right? Because when we're breathing, we want that central channel to be nice and open so breath can flow, energy can flow. So just maybe take a couple of shoulder rolls just to kind of open up the rib cage, open up the breath flow, make space for the lungs to expand. We're also opening up the heart, maybe moving some stagnation in the central channel of the body so that we can sit more relaxed. If you have muscular issues and you need the support of the back of the chair, please offer that to yourself. But if not, come to maybe the middle of the chair. From here, aligning the central channel, we're lengthening the spine without keeping rigid, and we're just going to slightly tuck the chin. And again, this opens up the back of the neck and aligns our central channel so everything can flow. Take one hand in front of your face as if it's a mirror, and you're going to imagine you're fogging a mirror. So take an inhale and fog that mirror. Like you're going to write a love note on the bathroom mirror to yourself. Take another breath. Exhale, fog. Now you want to do that same thing, but this time you're going to close your mouth around that fog. So you're still going to get that kind of foggy feeling in the back of your throat. You're focusing in the energy in the throat, almost like you're guiding it through a straw. So again, inhale, and this time we're going to fog the mirror with a closed mouth. Make sure you keep your face and your jaw relaxed. Try it again. Inhale, fog with closed mouth. And relax. Make sure you're not clenching the mouth either. You just want to kind of make a container for the air to move in a focused way through your esophagus into your windpipe. So that's the exhale. The inhale is similar, but you can use, there's a couple of different visualization techniques that are used in the yoga world that may be helpful. One of them is imagining that your throat is like a straw, and as you exhale, it's fogged, and when you inhale, you're pulling that air through that wide straw. So try it with that image first. So exhaling, if you need the mirror, go for it. If not, you can let it go. So inhale, regular, exhale, fog. On your next exhale, inhale, pull in through the straw. And exhale, fog. And inhale, straw. One more time, exhale, fog. Inhale, straw. And release that, come back to your natural breath. So if that was a helpful image, then you can use that. Your breath should sound, I don't know if you heard it through the microphone, you probably heard it sounded almost like an ocean breath, which is where it gets its name. I'm gonna just say, if you have issues inhaling and exhaling through your nose, this is not the breath technique for you. If you know, above all, we wanna breathe. So if nose breathing is not available to you, please breathe in and out through your mouth. It's just gonna be a different kind of breathing for you. But Ujjayi is in and out through the nose when you can. The other image for the inhale that might be helpful, if you've ever sung, they use the image when you're trying to lift the back of the throat. This is more for operatic singing. Imagine you're biting into an apple, or like you're looking at something in surprise, and that's going to lift the back of the throat so that you make that container for the breath to go through. I know this sounds like a lot, but believe me, once you get this breath technique down, it can really help kind of fortify your practice, we'll say that. So again, we're gonna inhale, exhale, fog with mouth closed. Using the straw image or the surprise or the apple image, breathe in and exhale. Keep the breath flowing like an ocean wave. One more time and exhale. Release that and come back to your natural breathing rhythm. So that's Ujjayi or ocean breath. And when you link that breath and movement, so one movement on the inhale, one movement on the exhale, you come into that breathe and flow that we're working on this week. And when you find that breathe and flow all together, it helps to move and distribute energy and oxygen and prana, or a life force, all throughout your entire body. So invitation, if you felt successful with the Ujjayi breath, keep with me. We're going to add some movement now. We're going to do 2 different movement flows just to kind of get the connection. So we're going to bring hands to heart center. In yoga, we do this to center in our heart space. Yoga teaches us to start with the vast, deep pool of wisdom in our hearts, and then invite the intelligence of the mind to help us get there, not the other way around. So we're going to start in our heart. Hands together to bring both sides of our attention, our awareness, both sides of the brain together. And just take a regular breath in through your nose and out through your mouth to start. And just imagine yourself, you can close your eyes or soft gaze. Just imagine yourself balanced with breath and moving together. Invite a blank slate, no attachments to how this is going to go. We could crash and burn if this is new for you, or this could feel great, but just let attachment go. And we're going to just step into this new experience, if it's new for you, with curiosity and awareness. How's it going to go, right? This is our yoga practice, not our yoga perfect. So we're practicing. So from here, we're going to link movement with breath. So come back into your Ujjayi breath. Take one Ujjayi breath. And now let's move with it. Inhale, arms around and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, keep the body and the breath moving together. Inhale. Ujjayi breath. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. When the breath ends, the movement ends. Come back to your natural breathing rhythm. So now that we see a base model of how movement and breath can move together, we're going to get on our feet into a potentially more challenging pose. So we're going to stand on up, and we're going to shake out anything that might feel stiff. You know, normally the movement we're about to do, I would have warmed the body up. So if you need to pause the video and warm your body, take some stretches, go for it. And when you're feeling ready, come back. So we're going to have our chair with the back of the chair towards us. And if you have a mat, you're going to be long edge of the mat. You're going to be behind the chair, right? So this is the long edge. This is the short edge. If you don't, just make sure there's no slippery surface on the floor. So we're going to stand to face the chair. We're going to start in standing mountain. So feet are hips width distance. You're going to rock So toes and heels, just find your center of gravity and then build your mountain up. Knees over ankles, hips over knees, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, roll the shoulders back, palms to the thighs. So we're nice and tall, and just bring your hands to your heart. Slight tuck of the chin. And just take an Ujjayi breath here. And another one. And you're going to come back to your natural breathing rhythm and just notice how you feel. Again, coming into this challenge, we don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to be curious. You may have done these postures a million times before. Maybe it's the first time. But either way, come with the same attention. See what's new here. So we're going to bring our hands to our hips, and we're going to set up the foundation. So this is outside of kind of the breath cycle, but we're going to set the foundation. So slide back with the left foot, heel spins in, hips and shoulders face forward, and the knee is going to float over the ankle, pointing toward the second and third toe. So anchoring into both feet and lifting up through the crown. Imagine you're leaning into a wall of support, slight tuck of the chin. So we're here in Warrior One. You can keep a short stance if that's too much. Make sure you're not kind of here on a balance beam. You want a nice wide foundation to support this movement we're about to come into. So in your Warrior One, let's find that same movement we had when we were sitting. So hands started in the heart. The chair's here if you need it for support. You can do one arm at a time if you need that support. So we're going to enlist in our Ujjayi breath. So here we go. Inhale, arms around and up. Exhale, hands to lily heart center. Again, inhale, arms around and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Slow and controlled. One more time. Inhale. Feeling strong in your supportive legs, focusing where the breath is, hands come home to the heart. Now, from here, we're going to bring our hands to our hips, roll the shoulders back, and then we're going to just bring the elbows into our sides and swing the hands out. We're just aligning the spine here. And then bring the arms forward and flip the palms down. Press into your feet, inhale, lengthen, and soften the shoulder blades down the back. So we're going to come into Ujjayi breath now. So inhale, exhale, hinge forward. We're bringing the hands to the back of the chair. Elbows are in towards our sides, hugging our sides. So we're going to inhale, reach the heart forward, exhale, push up. And again, inhale, come down, exhale, push up. Use that Ujjayi breath to feel your strength, to soften where you might be clenching, to let the light in, let the breath in. One more time, reach through the heart, relax the neck and jaw, push up. And now we're going to come out of it, release, lift the back heel, lift the front toes. Let the breath be free. Not controlling it at the moment. Then we're going to step the back foot up to meet the front. And we're going to come back into that mountain. Once you're aligned, Ujjayi breath, arms up, exhale, hands to heart. So that's an example of how we can use the breath to kind of work the muscles. We're going to come into a little more challenging pose on the other side. You always want to do both sides. You want to make sure you're even. So you stay where you are. I'm going to move my chair just for a more supportive visual. And then we're going to start in mountain again. Again, find your toes, heels, find your center of gravity. Plant that mountain down and grow it up. Once you're aligned, inhale the arms around and up. Exhale, hands to heart. So from here, we're going to do a hinging or humble warrior pose. I'm going to give you some options, and I'll show you how this Ujjayi breath can maybe help you in more challenging poses while getting the right amount of challenge for you. So again, we're going to set up the foundation. We're going to slide back with the right foot as far as you comfortably can, as if you're sliding back standing on a train track. Slide the heel back, spin it in, land it. Bend and straighten the knee. We're not on a balance beam, right? We're going to have our feet hips width distance, and then float the knee right over the ankle, push the floor away, and lift up the torso. So now hips are forward, shoulders are forward, right? And then from here, we'll start with a version with our hands on our hips. We're going to do hinging warrior or humble warrior. We're hinging at the hip crease. So you're staying the same from the hips down. Again, as always, if you need the support of a chair, please offer it to yourself, starting with the left hand. So we're going to inhale, Ujjayi, get tall. Exhale, rooting in the back foot, we're going to hinge forward. Again, if you need the support of the chair, take it. Inhale back up, and exhale, release. So we did those push-ups before. You can do that if you need the support as you're building core strength and leg strength. If you want a little extra challenge, you can inhale the arms up to a traditional warrior one, slide the shoulders down the back, tailbone softens towards the earth, lifts the heart. So now we're going to inhale, lengthen, keep the arms down if it's too much, anchoring to that back foot, hinge forward. You can stay here or lower the hands right away. If you're staying, use that Ujjayi breath, maybe to stay for one more breath. Inhale, get a little taller, and exhale, lower the hands to the chair, elbows in towards the sides. Inhale, exhale, push up. And then we're going to rock and roll, come out of it. Lift the front toes, lift the back heel. And then step the back foot up to meet the front. Again, plant your feet parallel in hip distance and grow your mountain up out of the ground, out of the earth. Inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Take an inhale through your nose and out through your mouth this time. So now we're releasing that energy after we've moved it through the body. So just take a moment to notice your state of mind, your quality of breath, how your body feels. And just notice when you're working with Ujjayi Breath, if you were able to access it successfully, it can be a little more advanced if you're newer to yoga. But if it's something you're looking to, you think might help you, and you want to practice, there's many videos you can practice here. But it's a really helpful tool, this pranayama or breath control. So that's one way it can help you in a strengthening way. I'm going to show you one way it can help you invite a deeper stretch in the body. So when you're ready, we're going to bring the chairs back to where we can face each other. And as mindfully as you stood, we're going to have a seat. Okay. So in this position, maybe at the end of a class, sometimes I'll do this in the more towards the beginning if I want us to stretch certain muscles for certain poses that we're going to be doing. But it's just good to stretch your body on a regular, because life sometimes can be challenging, as you know. And sometimes our thoughts, our stress, our tension can make our muscles tighter. And so when we are doing stretching, lengthening, flexibility poses in yoga, what it does is it kind of takes that tension, we seek to loosen the tension, soften the muscle fibers so that energy can flow. If it's too tight, sometimes the energy can't get there, and it's the vital life force can't get to where it needs to get to. So if you want some help, Ujjayi can be there for you. So we're going to work on stretching out the hips. So press into the left foot, hug the right knee in towards your chest. We're just going to do a couple circles first. Again, I don't like to ever bring you into something cold. It's not very responsible. You want to warm. Make sure that you circle opposite direction. And then if it's available, you're going to take your right ankle across your left knee and flex the foot. We always want to engage these muscles before we stretch them so we don't overstretch them. Okay? If your body is protesting this, honor your body, take the modification. You can extend the left leg and both feet are flexed. Left foot is resting on the heel. The pinky toe edge of the right foot is resting on the left shin. Soften that left knee so you're not going to put any tension on that knee. Soften so that we really get the benefit out of this. So you're there or here. Now we're going to enlist in our Ujjayi breath and come in and out of a stretch gently to invite a deeper stretch, and then we're going to hold and use the breath there. So again, let's take the inhale, the arms are rounded up. Exhale, hands to heart to center. And then we can lower the hands to the leg or the side of the chair. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, reach forward with the heart as you hinge as far as you comfortably can, never pushing. And then inhale back up, push that back wall back upright. Exhale, lead with the heart. Maybe you're going a little further. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're just softening where you are. Inhale back up. Keep that foot or those feet flexed. Exhale, hinge forward. And then if it's available, maybe your forearms rest on your calf and let your upper body soften gently. Work with gravity. And again, use that Ujjayi breath. Each exhale, invite the muscles, wherever you're feeling sensation, to soften. Same thing if you're here. Maybe the hands walk forward. Keep that knee soft. We're going to take one more Ujjayi breath. Here, maybe you're getting a deeper stretch in the low back or the back of the thigh. And then you're going to inhale the arms forward and up to help you come back up. And then exhale, hands to heart. From here, we're going to gently come out of it. We want to be kind to our bodies. This is called rocking the baby. So right hand above right knee, left hand on the sole of the right foot. We're going to rock the baby, lower the foot. And if you were here, you're just going to unwind. And we're going to butterfly, linking body with breath so we can have the practice. So inhale, open. Exhale, come in. And using that ujjayi if it's available. A few more times. Opening the shoulder blades and the heart. And then lower it down, and we'll do the other side. Like I said, you always want to do both sides of something. I always tell students, if they have to, God forbid, leave a class early, just make sure you do both sides of something, always. So you're not hobbling out, is the joke, right? So press into the right foot, hug and lift the left, and give little circles. Warming up that hip socket, stirring that femur into the pelvis, right? This is the hip socket. I want to get it nice and juicy joints, as my friend Denise calls it. And then you're going to take the left ankle across the right knee and flex the foot. Right knee is over the ankle. You should feel some sensation. If you feel pain or it doesn't feel okay, take the modification. Honor yourself. That is part of yoga. Extend the right leg. Both feet are flexed. Pinky toe side of the left foot is on the right shin, and the right knee is soft, so we're honoring that knee as well. Whatever position is available and most nourishing and supportive for your body, find it. And then hands to the side of the chair. Come into Ujjayi. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward with the heart. Inhale, back it up. Gently. Exhale. Find that breath and flow. Open spaces where they're tight. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hinge forward. And then you're here, or maybe you're here. And let's take a couple breaths. Each exhale. See if you can invite those places where you're feeling sensation that need to be loosened up. See if you can invite a space there on each exhale. Maybe there's no more physical movement, but maybe there's just an internal softening that only you can feel. Keep those feet flexed to protect your knee, please. One more breath. On your next inhale, you're going to swing the arms forward and up. And exhale, hands to heart. We're going to rock the baby out of it. Left hand to the left knee, right hand to the sole of the left foot, and rock that baby. Rock yourself, lower the foot down. If you're here, we're going to unwind, and let's just take another breath. Butterfly. One more. And then come back. Sun breath. Inhale, arms around it up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh it out with sound. And notice how you feel. So you can see how breath work is essential and really effective at opening up the body, at bringing us into the present moment. I don't know how you feel from when we first started to now, but hopefully you feel a little more focused. And hopefully today you gathered a few tips on how to use Ujjayi breathing or ocean breath in your practice to center you and to be in a healthier body. Because our yoga practice, our physical asana and breath practice is a metaphor for what happens in our lives. And when we're on our mat, on our chair, on a more regular basis, you might notice a mirror in your everyday life of how you can stay centered in the face of challenge. So I hope you found this helpful. Like and comment, and let's stay connected. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see. So thanks for watching, and here's to your breath and flow.